I'm Councillor Colin Wallstein. In this video on the Three Waters reform, we will look at the timeline of the proposed reforms and the process that government has indicated. Let's start with the new water body, Taumata Arawai, which will set the environmental standards required for the Three Waters in the future. The Water Services Bill is due for its second reading. It has already been through its first reading, then consultation, and then select committee, and is due to become an act at the end of this year. Once that happens, rules and standards will be released for a consultation period of 10 weeks. It needs to be noted that we are still waiting for further details to come on transition and most other things to do with drinking water regulation. Once the Act is passed, this will bring with it the requirement for all water suppliers to be registered with Taumata Arawai. That applies to all council and many private supplies. A water supplier is defined as anyone controlling a water supply which feeds more than one house from a single source. These suppliers will need to be registered within a year of the Act coming into being. After that, there will be increased regulation. An economic regulator is likely to be established within 3 years to ensure that water services are being delivered in a financially responsible and effective way. There will also be an increased emphasis on regional councils, something which is happening now, and they will be required to increase their monitoring of water takes and water discharges. The next step is a change in water service delivery. By the 30th of September, Council is giving feedback to Government on the proposals, with no decision being made in the interim. We won't be making any decision until after we are satisfied that the people in our district understand the ramifications of these proposals and we have had the chance to gather their feedback. Next, Government receives the feedback and decides on the next steps, which are mandate or not. If not, consultation and decision timeframes will be made, along with Local Government Act changes to allow it to happen. If mandated, there will be a transition and the Water Entities Bill will be released. As I said, we don't have any information about these transition details which are still to come from Government, and we need this information to make a decision about where Waitaki stands in relation to the proposed reforms. The 1st of July 2024 is the date the Government is working towards. This is the date when Government plans for a changeover from council-controlled to entity-controlled Three Waters services. This would mean that the proposed entity D would then control water services for Waitaki. So you can see that there's a lot of water to go under the bridge before any changes can start happening. In the next video, we'll discuss the governance model of the new entity that the Government is proposing and the role of EB within it.